Here's how to clear your cache on your iPhone and free up some storage space that's being taken up by things like Safari cache, apps, and other things in your system data. So we're going to go into the Settings app first. We're going to tap on that Settings app. And then if you go down to General, you're going to find Software Update and iPhone Storage right here. Sometimes updating your software, there might be an update that's lagging, that's taking up space, that's been downloaded, so you might need to update it. Or iPhone Storage down here, we can see what exactly is taking up storage space on our iPhone. It gives us some recommendations like offloading unused apps. We'll talk about offloading apps here in a second, but if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we're going to see system data down here, and you might be seeing a very high number of gigabytes taken up by system data. When we tap on that, you can see system data includes caches, logs, and other resources currently in use by the system. It fluctuates. It's something that can even change just by restarting your phone. But one of the big taker-uppers of space here is your Safari cache. And we can actually delete the cached data and free up some space just by going back to settings here. And at the bottom, you're going to see a search icon, and we can tap in there and start searching for Safari. And we can tap on Safari. That's going to take us right to the Safari app settings. Inside the settings here, we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and there should be an advanced section down here at the very bottom. We tap on that, and inside there, we're going to see website data here at the top. Tap on that, and you're going to be able to see all the different website data and the amount of storage space taken up by those sites. We can actually edit this in the upper right, and you can remove specific sites one at a time. Or here, if we scroll down to the bottom, you can see remove all website data. So we can actually clear the Safari cache just by clicking on that or tapping on that. This will clear the data that could be used for tracking, but it's also used by websites to preserve login information and speed up browsing. So the next time you load that page, it might load a little slower, and your login is probably going to have to ask you to re-log in to any pages. So it won't have that saved password, saved username, things like that. So deleting this for certain sites might make your experience a little worse. When you go back to that site, you'll have to re-log in, but you will be able to remove all of this cached data. So we can remove now just by tapping on that, and that will clear out all of that Safari cache. But not everyone uses Safari. Some of you might use Google Chrome, for instance. To clear the cache in the Google Chrome browser on your phone, we're going to tap down here and just kind of swipe away that app, and then we're going to tap into Google Chrome. So we're going to clear the cache on Google Chrome as well. In the lower right-hand corner, you're going to see 3 dots. So we tap on that, and then it's going to bring this up, and you're going to see this little history section right here. So let's tap on that. It's going to bring up, the history of all the websites you've visited, and there's browsing data stored in here. So we can go down to delete browsing data, and we're going to select a time range. So you can actually delete your browsing data for all time if you just tap on that and switch to all time. And then inside of browsing data right here, we're going to want to make sure that our cached images and files are selected along with all of these other browsing data, site data, tabs, everything like that. And you can check mark what you want there and then go and delete that data. This will remove any of the Google Chrome cache storage space that it's taking up, and that'll clear out your Google Chrome history. So we can go back to settings now, and there's a couple other things because apps themselves can take up extra storage space beyond just the app size. So if we back out to our general settings here, and we're going to not search for anything, we're just going to be in the main settings area. We're going to scroll down a little bit until we see apps. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back to that storage space inside of general settings. So inside of general settings, we're going to go back to iPhone storage, and you'll see that there's a lot of apps here, and you can see the storage that that app is taking up. So CapCut, for instance, is taking up 1.16 gigabytes of data. We've got things like Spotify or YouTube, where you might download music or download videos to your phone, which will take up data and storage space as well. When we tap on any one of these apps, one trick that you can do is kind of offload the app. It will free up storage space that's used by the app, but keep its documents and data. Reinstalling the app will place back your data if the app is still available for download, but it will clear out that cache. And so sometimes our whole app size, the total size, you can see we have app size of 725 megabytes on CapCut, and documents and data is 436. It will clear out some of that and kind of reduce the bloat that's happened with that app. So what we do is we offload the app just by tapping on it. It will delete the app, but keep its documents and data. So we offload the app. And once we've offloaded the app, all we have to do inside of this is just tap on Reinstall App. And so you can reinstall the app again, and sometimes it will come in and have a lot less data basically taken up by that app itself. Now, if we tap out of this, we can scroll down this list and kind of look at things like, for instance, Spotify. It might say documents and data, and that could be really large because you've had a lot of songs downloaded and things like that. And if offloading the app and reloading it or reinstalling it doesn't work for something like that, then you should go into Spotify or go into YouTube and go into your settings in those apps and look for your downloaded media or anything like that. And you can actually remove some of those things as well within the app itself to reduce the size that that app is taking up, the cached, video cached, everything that app's taking up space on your phone. Another thing that you can do if you scroll down here, we're going to find, or actually, yeah, for you, it's probably going to be at the top. For me, I don't think I have many messages on this phone, but if you were to look right here at the Messages app, when you tap on that, it'll actually give you kind of information on top conversations. It'll allow you to reduce media for like large media, videos, and images that are stored. Now that's deleting data. That's not really removing or clearing the cache, but it's another spot that might show up if you're trying to reduce your storage usage here on your iPhone. But basically everything in here, offloading unused apps, can help reducing the cache size of some of those apps and some of those downloaded documents and data. And then the last thing would be to go ahead and restart your phone. A quick trick, if you want to, you can actually press the up volume, down volume, and then tap and hold on your power button and just hold it until your phone actually, right now it's Siri's gonna do their thing. But you can actually go up volume, down volume, and then tap and hold, and it's going to do a forced restart on your phone. And what that means is you don't have to kind of go through and swipe to start your phone again. You actually just hold that button until the Apple logo pops up. And a forced restart can help clear out any system. It said that the system data, right, can fluctuate. Well, sometimes some things might be loaded. You might have a lot of tabs in Safari that are just not optimized and things like that, whereas a forced restart can help clear out some of that data, some of that cached information, and when you start your phone fresh, it's going to be working quicker, faster. You're going to notice things like your system data is actually taking up a lot less space. Hopefully that helps you out clearing the cache on your iPhone, and as well as some of the other storage items. If it did, just check out these other videos, like and subscribe. Appreciate it, it really helps out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.